Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to some more Corpse Factory. Last episode, we just found out that Noriko was Corpse Girl. They're revealing that rather early, and she just sent out a message trying to get her second victim. So the first one was Rory, and she was the Scarecrow Girl. She's trying to see if she can replicate that. She has not been able to since then, and she's really confident it's going to work this time. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens. I arrive at work on time just as usual. My handbag is heavy with the weight of several cans of coffee, hopefully enough to help me power for the day after having had such a late night. I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Just before the elevator doors open, my phone starts to ring. I step aside and answer the call.
Hey. Hi, Noriko. Good morning. Did I call at a bad time?
So I heard y'all say that Kurosawa, the girl that worked at the store, she had a sister that like different eye color. So I think that's supposed to be her. So that's how they're all connected. Thank you guys for pointing that out.
Not at all. I'm just about to go into the office. Oh, should I call back later?
That would also explain how she freaking knows about the Corpse Girl website.
It's no problem. Don't stress. Okay, sorry.
The nervous, apologetic girl on the other end of the line is Aoi Sato, an old school friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to be inseparable at school. She was shy, I was introverted. It was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversations were a little on the boring side. To say that we're no longer shy and introverted wouldn't be entirely true. Aoi has gotten better. She's definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers from a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still pretty introverted. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude, and visiting places I've never been to before puts me on edge. To call Aoi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Or confidant. I never know, like, how do y'all pronounce that? Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time masquerading as Corpse Girl. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you want to talk about?
Yeah, I don't see Corpse Girl being a secret for like a terribly long time.
Oh, well, you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any more advice for me. Ah, jeez. The older guy that always hits on you.
I wonder where this is going, guys.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What a creep. You're 19, for God's sake. He must be, what, 50? I think he's 52.
I'm sorry, this is funny she's correcting him. I think he's 52.
You know his
Semantics.
actual age?
Yeah, you know his actual age, huh?
Whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand. He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular customer? That's right. Then tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue. I can't talk to the manager. I don't want to cause trouble for
Oh my gosh. There's the Japanese side of you coming out. Don't want to cause trouble.
Jeez, girl. Sometimes you need to stand on your own 2 feet. I know. Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep. Tell him you won't stand for being groped anymore.
Ew,
His
wait, she's being
behavior is
groped?
simply unacceptable, and if he won't change, you won't serve him anymore.
Oh, okay, so there's sexual harassment involved. I don't remember hearing anything about that. You should definitely, like, call the police or something. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry about that. I, like, somehow minimized the game. I don't know how I did that.
He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that. He's always drunk. Even before he comes into the place. I try not to serve him too much, but...
Okay, so she must work at a bar then.
Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe.
Oh, it's a
really
maid
doesn't
cafe.
suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position. I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications.
Yeah, you freaking know someone who works there. They can get you in, right?
Why don't I see if there's anything open here?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember?
Shinya the simp. Yeah, we could totally ask him.
Shinya. Maybe. He was always a nice guy, right?
Yeah, sure, nice. Something like that. I'm sure he's got some baggage he's carrying with him as well.
He's super nice. A stick in the mud, but a nice one. Noriko, don't be mean. Yeah. You want me to ask? Yes, please. If it's no trouble. It's no trouble. I'll talk to Shinya. Then maybe you can quit that crappy job and come work with me. Oh, that really does sound wonderful. Thank you, Noriko. I'd be so lost without you. Don't be silly. You're amazing, Aoi. Leave this to me.
It's very interesting. It kind of goes to show, like, hey, Noriko is, like, doing some seriously messed up stuff. But, at the same time, you know, she's nice to her friends. It's a very, her dynamic and her, like, views almost clash a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, I'll be nice to my friends. But, you know, strangers, you know, I'm just gonna post pictures of them and, get them to kill themselves. It's like, okay.
Thank you.
I end the call and heave a sigh. Having to go and ask Shinya about a job actually is a pain in the butt, but I'd never admit that to Aoi. I want to help the poor girl. Really do. I'd do nearly anything for her. The elevator arrives at the lobby and I step inside as soon as the doors open. Wonder how those two became friends.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Fujikawa. Good morning.
Shinya takes me by surprise as I exit the elevator. Has he been waiting for me
I
here?
wanted to catch you before we sit down to work. I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure you got it this time?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I can only imagine this guy asks her that every morning. Like, hey, I sent you a friend request. Did you get it? She's like, oh, no, darn it. You're going to have to send it again. This dude is just waiting so patiently. He has to know. What am I supposed to do when he puts me on the spot like this? I try not to grunt as I get my phone out and open up noise. It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinya's piercing gaze.
Well, what do you know? I have a new friend request.
Wow, crazy.
Oh, great. It worked this time. Go ahead and accept it, please.
Yeah, sure thing.
I hesitantly accept the request. The little fireworks animation pops up on the screen with a celebratory message about making a new friend.
Looks like we're officially friends now. So, can I call you Noriko from now on?
No, whoa, buddy. You can't start using my first name just because we're friends on Noise, okay? Don't get ahead of yourself. Never cared much for formalities. I try to adhere to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to me by my first or last name, regardless of whether they're friends or not.
That's fine. You can call me Noriko.
Shinya's eyes light up. That seems to have made the boy happy.
Thank you. Oh, you can call me Shinya, of course.
Shinya. Hey, we've known each other since junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first-name basis anyway?
Yes, that's true, but we're in the office now, you know? It wouldn't do if you started working here and called me Shinya right away.
Yeah, it'd probably be fine, but you know, I'm not Japanese. Not used to that whole dynamic.
I suppose.
Anyway, I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko. Maybe we can get a coffee sometime.
Why do you have to be friends on an app to be proper friends? Like, what kind of society are we living in? You guys, you can make friends without being friends online, okay? I say that, yet most of my good friends are online. But, okay, hear me out. You can meet someone in person, and then you can be friends with them, and you don't have to add them on every social media to make it official, okay? That's all I'm saying. Can't help but feel he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. It was so obvious. This dude is literally simping for you. He's waiting for you to get off the elevator in the morning. I brush a stray lock of hair out of my face and smile as sweetly as I can while I change the subject.
Hey, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are there any more temp jobs available here right now?
Frickin' look at her sweet talking. Do you see this little hand gesture? Sweet talking.
Jobs, huh? Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a new job.
A friend of Noriko's. Well, let's see.
Next, the simp is gonna be like, I quit my job. She can have it. Anything for Noriko.
We pretty much always have data entry roles up for grabs. Unless your friend wants something more interesting? Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really. Data entry is more than fine. Actually, you already know who I'm talking about. Remember Aoi Sato?
Aoi Sato. Yes, I think I do remember her. That really shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her, yeah.
Wow. I never knew you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
Always probably the only one. We're fairly close.
Is that so? As for me, I don't really have any friends from back then.
Wow, that's crazy. A guy like you? Crazy. I couldn't see that. I feel like you would have had a lot of friends. Am I being mean to him, guys? I'm sorry. I'm being a little mean. Shinya's heartbreaking confession doesn't surprise me too much. She doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. Sure, I'm the same, but...
No! But what am I saying? We're friends now. So I guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to tell yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview. Is that okay?
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, Shinya.
The amount of fakeness going on right now is absurd.
No problem. Leave it to me.
Gives me an awkward salute before skipping. Wait, what? This dude. Our little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that Tomoe Watanabe said yesterday pops in my head. Ah, but she's still here. Don't know about that one. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on, but that's not true, is it? I shake the thought out of my head. I'm just being nice to him. That's not wrong, is it? More like taking advantage of him, manipulating, lying to him a little bit about, you know, wanting to be friends. I take a seat at my desk and perform my morning ritual. From my handbag, I retrieve my headphones, coffee, and breath mints. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My fingers tap rhythmically against the keyboard and I slip into the usual workday trance.
So, I see that you're connected with Shinya on Noise now, huh?
Gosh, stop being so nosy. Or noisy. Bad pun, I'm sorry. My walk to the train station is interrupted by a familiar grating voice.
Sounds like both of you are getting on pretty well.
Freaking none of your business, shut up.
How did you...
Of course, Tomoe and I already... Excuse me. Sorry, I'm like still like trying to get over being sick a little bit. Like I still have like a slight cough. Tomoe and I are already friends on Noise. She would have already seen the notification when I accept Shinya's request. Why would there be a notification that you accepted a friend request from some other person? That just seems like that's not your business. Actually kind of strange that Tomoe and I are connected through the app. I feel like she would want to know what's going on with Tomoe's life. Like, she seems to probably lead somewhat of an interesting one. Yeah. You know what I just realized? She has her name on her little necklace thing. I don't know if I pointed that out earlier. That's so conceited. Like, what kind of narcissists do we work with that has their own name? We added each other on my first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse for a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other, even after all these months. Her posts are entertaining anyways. Yeah, I figured she liked what she posted. Because I rarely post anything myself, she probably forgot we were connected at all until today.
Now look, don't get me wrong, you hear? I ain't actually interested in Shinya. Nah, I'm real happy for you both, like.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all dry like a desert.
Oh, that sounds like your problem.
What the hell are you talking about?
I just love Noriko's, like, I don't give a frick about anything you say attitude when it comes to her.
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and you barely have to put in any work.
Yeah. She talks like, who is it? Doja Cat? Doesn't Doja Cat say yeah like that in a lot of her songs?
Meanwhile, nice girls like me gotta put in so much effort to even get noticed. You think all of this is
Nice
just
girls.
natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know? And guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at me.
Yeah, that's because you literally look like you use a paint roller to put on your makeup each morning.
You mean...
It's not
bad
attractive.
eyelid, right?
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm sick of skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
She literally looks like a baddie goth girl. Like, of course she's gonna get a bunch of guys. Like, what do you mean?
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in Shinya, and I'm not trying to be with him. I don't chase guys, and it's pretty rare that they chase me. You've got me all wrong.
You know, I think that's actually 100% accurate. I think she's, like, not lying at all.
Like, I believe you. Do you spend your time chasing chicks then?
Probably not.
That's not your business. But you don't have to worry about me pursuing Shinya.
She didn't even deny it, though. Interesting. Okay.
Tell you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay? I'm not interested.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, slut? You think no one is good enough for you, but they're good enough for me? You're just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity. You're nothing but a fake skank.
Gosh, somebody is a little insecure. Like, can you calm down here? Like, we're not trying to go after anybody. It's not that we think we're too good. It's just obviously we're into girls. That's pretty much what she just implied. Okay, well, not really. She didn't. She said it was none of her business, but like that was like not saying no. So I'm like, interesting. Tomoe pushes forward, her bulk facing me off the sidewalk and into the thicket of trees bordering the path. Wow, how rude. That burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars and my entire face feels like it's on fire. She's trying to start a fight! The audacity! The strike is hard, sharp, vicious. It's so sudden that I'm having difficulty processing it. I stumble and my legs don't quite give out. My mind races trying to put together what just happened. This chick is hitting us! We need to throw hands back! Tomoe hit me. Why did she hit me? Because she's pissed off by you. She feels threatened. She feels insecure. There's a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like my own, like this actually isn't happening to me, but rather I'm watching it happen to someone else. Time seems to slow down and speed up all at once. The slap replays twice in my mind before Tomoe's hand even leaves my face. I catch a glimpse of her fierce expression, red and strained and overcome with anger.
I hate you. I hate everyone like you. Don't pity me.
Okay, well back off. That's your problem, not mine. Second strike connects with my chin. I flinch, my entire body paralyzed with pain. It's very interesting that she, like, and I'm referring to Noriko. It's very interesting that Noriko, like, doesn't have a very high tolerance for pain, considering, like, she's probably caused so much pain to other people.
Stop! I hate you. I hate you!
I would have expected a character like hers to, like, revel in pain, like, to be a little bit of a masochist, and then, like, that would, like, get her to stop, because she'd be like, oh, you freak. What are you doing? Why are you enjoying this? Tomoe has lost it. She's absolutely fierce, and I can't figure out what I did wrong. Her third attack is a curled fist aimed straight at my stomach. Tough sheer luck on a complete accident. I tumble backward, narrowly avoiding the punch, and instead landing on my rear. The pavement is rough and hard, and I'm sure it feels a lot better than taking a fist in the gut. Tomoe screams and rushes at me, but I scramble to my feet and grab her by the wrists. She fails wildly, her eyes looking like they'll pop out of her skull at any given second. Her breathing is harsh and ragged, and tears of rage have caused a flood of clotted makeup to run down her face.
Calm down! Calm down!
She struggles against me, slowly giving in as my tight grip prevents her from attacking me further. She begins to sob softly.
I hate you! I hate everything about you!
To be fair, though, Noriko is kind of a terrible person, so I don't know. Does she deserve this? I mean, not for the reasons she's doing it, but she says she hates everything about her. I would assume she'd hate the other side of her, too. So, she just really, truly hates everything about her, I guess. With a great pull, Tomoe frees herself from my grip. She steps away, cursing, and runs past me. I blink in disbelief as she breaks into a sprint, heading in the direction of the train station. I raise a hand to my tender face and touch it gently. The stinging sensation is completely new to me. Never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about? I can't believe she hit me.
Oh boy. I wonder if she's going to try to get her killed, because we haven't heard anything about her. So when we were talking with Emmy and stuff, and all that stuff happened, that was 3 weeks in the future, and there was, like, no mention of her. So, Pack of frozen vegetables pressed against my face soothes my swollen jaw, but does very little to calm my nerves. I'm still on edge after what happened today. Tomoe actually physically attacked me, all because I said something. I'm not sure what that what that provoked her anger. Maybe that girl's more complicated than I give her for. Seems like she has her own inner demons just like the rest of us. I replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confronting Tomoe about it, I doubt I'll ever figure out what incited her aggression. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious. She is a little bit jealous of you, a little bit intimidated by you. I think like she feels threatened. But I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. Honestly, you should have called the cops. But that's just me. I rest a bag of frozen vegetables on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the painful swelling for now. Sighing and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper in. Yeah, don't fall asleep on the couch again. That's terrible for your back. But, I don't know. I did that growing up. I was always sleeping on the couch. I always thought it was more comfortable, weirdly enough. My eyes glaze over as I bring my phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap and scroll as I look through a carefully curated obituary newsfeed, a list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of handy filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths in the age range of 30 to 50. I set the location to all over Japan. I immediately exclude any results that mention natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases, suicides, or as is more often reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim is off herself yet. Should the search string return no results, then it's pretty easy to look up recent murders, they're few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 search results include a photograph of the deceased. Not a photo of their corpse, mind you. This isn't the database of the deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of the recently departed, submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I used the photos submitted with obituaries to compare and match the images of my victims. This is the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew a victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but my website doesn't ask for that information. Call it respect for the victim's privacy, but there's a lot more to it than that. That's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but the result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim's photograph to tomorrow, so there's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decided to go to sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal that's been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. Ew, that's probably not too good then anymore. Though if I go to sleep now, it'll feel like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I'll have to see Tomoe at work tomorrow. There's no way I can avoid her since her desk is so close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victim might conquer herself, which would definitely make me feel better. It's so terrible. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just enough to kill me. It's like, I'm enjoying this game, but how am I supposed to feel about her just offing people and getting them to kill themselves? Like, that's so morbid. Like, it's really not a laughing matter. I know I'm smiling and stuff, but it's like really messed up. I feel like I have to try to be a little bit happy playing this game, or you're just gonna go nuts, because it's just so, like, dark. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and tap backspace repetitively. This is no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's head, popping up from behind a monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. I press a finger to my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. I absent-mindedly notice I'm missing the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Darn, I'm really out of all sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. Might have overdone it a little, but it's looking better than like I just stepped out of a boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko. Boy, have I got some neat news for you.
Neat news, guys. Neat news. What do you have for us, Shinya? So absorbed in my own thoughts that I barely register Shinya standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
Huh?
Honestly, if we're gonna do anything, we should use him to get her fired. We should, like, tell him in private, like, hey, she just, like, beat the crap out of me. But, anyways, I don't want her in the office. Can you fire her? Like, or get her fired? He seems to have good connections. My eyes fixate on Shinya's goofy smile. I quickly remove the headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya, sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Yeah, I got my butt whooped
I
yesterday.
hear you. I was up late last night. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
I was up past 10. It was past my bedtime, guys. What a thrill it was, you know? I felt like I could do anything. I stayed up past 10.
Oh, yeah, right. I was... I was up late reading too.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday.
Awesome.
She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
And that's why she's going to take advantage of him. Right there. I'm genuinely impressed with Shinya's ability to score Aoi a job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Oh, Shinya. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me yet. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just happy to help. Hey, Noriko.
Please do not ask
Can
us
I ask
out.
you something?
Don't do it.
Sure. Shoot.
Shoot! Oh, right. An expression.
This
Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel I'm reading, where a police officer shoots at a perp only to...
Hey, you, wanted to ask me something?
She's like, okay, anyways, that's interesting, but what you want to ask?
Right. Are you friends with Watanabe?
No. No. Absolutely not.
Tomoe?
You're on a first-name basis with her.
Oh,
You
no,
must be
no,
great
no.
friends.
No, 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 no. You gotta stop this, man.
I mean, I wouldn't say...
No, don't be coy about it. You're not gonna get it through.
Listen, would you mind putting in a good word for me with her?
Bruh. No. No. My guy, this is even worse than simping for me. Like, she's even worse as far as, like, in the office.
I'm kind of interested in taking her out sometime, but I could never ask her myself.
Nope. Nope. I'm stunned, gobsmacked, speechless. What's up with all the interesting word usage here? Gobsmacked. I'm just expecting Shinya to always say gee willikers and things like that. Shinya likes Tomoe. I thought he likes me. Is my intuition wrong? I wonder if the clues have been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't been seeing?
Noriko? What do you say?
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close.
Yeah, generally good friends don't beat the heck out of each other, so.
Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
He's guilt tripping us. Do you see this? I knew it. Freaking. I was gonna ask you guys, and I probably should right now. Do you think there's more to Shinya's character than we're seeing? I think, like, he's gonna be a little bit darker than we're leading on to, okay? I think there's gonna be a different side to him. Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I don't think he had it in him.
I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning.
Okay, great, thanks.
Guess I'll see you around the office then.
Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. It's not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't have feelings for the guy. For him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blows my mind. To add to insult to literal injury, Tomoe assaulted me yesterday. She had a vicious, violent side to her that Shinya doesn't know about. Honestly, I think she should just tell him. And that will clear things up between them. Like, hey, I'm not gonna recommend you to her, because she literally, like, smacked me 3 times. completely unable to process what I should do. Shinya scored Aoi a job, and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Yes, you kind of do. But stand your ground on this one. Should I ask Tomoe out for it, or warn him about her? I don't know. Is there decisions in this game? Because there's multiple endings, so I don't know if there's, like, an option to make decisions to change the game. I need to clear my head. I decided to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. Though I have no need to use the restroom, I enter a stall and lock the door behind me. Sitting on the toilet's closed lid, I lean back and exhale. I'm getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I'm Corpse Girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all this. I'm destined for greatness. Sounds so much like Light. The day will come when people fear my name, right? I shake the doubts from my mind and pat my cheeks. I'm doing all this for the right reasons. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. I don't think this is for the right reasons, but sure, okay. An unfamiliar jingle rings out for the restroom, echoing off the walls. It sounds like a phone alert, but where did it come from? It takes me a few seconds to realize I have my own phone in my hands. It is vibrating incessantly. I may have grabbed it subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen is lit up and a message reads. Oh. That's probably not something we'd want a coworker to see. The auto newsfeed I set up last night has actually located something. I heard they unlocked my screen and opened a certain app, the same app I was trawling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits at the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. So it was posted today at 11:12. Keyword found. 3. Miss. Accident. Numerical data range. 30 to 50. Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36 of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence. The chief coroner reports that Miss Tsurumaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Miss Tsurumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro Tsurumaki, 42, and their daughter, Miss Fu Tsurumaki. Oh, that's so messed up. This is probably the girl that... Yep. It's her, the photo. It's unmistakably the same woman. Plain features, little makeup, no signs of personality. Okay, that's a little mean. Like, this is just obviously a photo where she was trying to look a certain way. Akane Tsurumaki, the latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breathing stops all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air, my cheeks on fire, my fingers numb. Let me look at the log real quick. It was pronounced at 8:38 a.m. Okay, so it would have been today. Interesting. My meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangled herself, or held herself down in the bath. Gosh, reading this makes me so uncomfortable. I'm like, But you know, I'm here for it. I'm playing the game. Well, the news never reports anything as a suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. All this time I've been trying to compel someone to kill themselves. My corpse photo is constantly becoming more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. And now somebody has died again because of me. Because of Corpse Girl. I was right all along. I did possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've known it all this time and I've finally proven it. Ruri Hatsuno's death planted the seeds of my belief in the mind. The belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. Oh, it's all going to her head now. And now, Akane Tsurumaki's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom in a pure certainty. Corpse Girl can truly end lives. It's a wonderful revelation, and it relieves my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functioning. My legs dangle lifelessly from my toilet seat. My coffee this morning is working its way back up my throat. I feel the sting of tears in my eyes. Sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. I panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hands into the stall door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel paint, peeling chunks of green from the surface as I slide down and down and down until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. Gosh, psycho alert. My eyes roll back and my tongue lolls out the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tiled floor but completely out of sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush, a little bit of sweat, but nothing at all still as the still air envelops my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My photo killed that woman. The woman killed herself because of my photo. My woman killed that photo. My woman killed the photo of herself because of the photo of the woman who killed herself in the photo. Please don't make me read this. This is supposed to be a terrible moment. My eyes begin to regain their focus, and my stomach turns, heaves, and shakes, and warm coffee spills from my lips as I try to smile but only manage to gurgle. Gosh, she is getting way into this. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails is a rough texture I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's a horribly wonderful feeling I could do without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her arriving on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more, and her breath ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This was Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all. Without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary and the people out there are probably trying to kill her. That's really interesting. So, like, she has terrible anxiety about people in the outside world trying to kill her. But then she's going around trying to get people to kill themselves. This is Noriko, me, the real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside, always sad, always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with my fists clenched and my phone resting in a puddle, and my life slowly spiraling out of control. I think it spiraled out of control a while ago. Like, this is probably not something that just happened one day. This was something that, you know, you probably started as a child. You were probably killing puppies and things like that. I did this. I killed that woman. She had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested I kill her, so I did. She probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She might have just rubbed someone the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did, just like how I rubbed Tomoe the wrong way. I don't even know what I did, but Tomoe slapped me twice hard, and it hurt. It must have killed that woman, too, when she strangled herself. Gosh, it's so hard to read that. Like, I don't like it. I'm not someone who likes to watch, like, crime shows and stuff. Like, I can't even do that. Like, my mom will watch those all day. Me? No. I can kind of do, SVU a little bit, but that's about it. That's probably the only show like that I would watch. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indirect actions. She's dead now and I'm alive. I'm still here lying on the bathroom floor of the 14th story of Shinjuku's Temujin office building, and I have paint underneath my fingernails, and Aoi is going to start working here on Monday. But I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense, of false starts, of failures and disappointments, I killed somebody again. Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. And above all else, above this grime and muck on the floor, and the tingling feeling underneath my fingernails, above all that, this feels good. This feels so good. Blood has returned to my legs. The pins and needles have faded, and my toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. An electrical charge pulses down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I manage to plant two hands firmly on the tiles and push myself up into wobbly knees. I suck in air and breathe all of it back out almost at once. I feel dizzy and a bizarre warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. Gosh, they are very descriptive with this. Like, they're really going into detail about how excited this made her. I managed to steady myself enough to sit back on top of the toilet seat. With my feet planted firmly on the ground and my head resting on my lap, I try to regain my sense of self. I may have lost my composure a little bit reading the news, but who could blame me? Everything I've worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests on our website. More and more people will receive corpse photos, and more people will. She killed herself. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see her mangled corpse drenched in sweat and finally at peace. I noticed my phone was wedged between my wet fingers. I must have subconsciously scooped it up from the pool of muck on the floor. Well, that's gross. I mean, everything else she's saying is gross too. That's gross too. I try to ignore the sticky texture clinging to the screen. My fingers are no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Pronounced dead this morning. Dead. Pronounced dead. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face, resulting in self-asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping in my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself. Because of me, she killed. I let out a gasp as my hips rise against my will. My toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingles. I lean back against the cistern, the cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothes and chilling my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter as my mind hazes over. Yeah, you are a true psychopath, from what I'm hearing. This sounds like one of those cases from the 70s with like a Green River killer or something, you know. This is how I imagine they felt when they did certain things. Can't control my body any longer. All the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscles. I can't. My legs tense up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. A whispered gasp slips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the ground once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull tink sound as it hits the floor is the last thing my foggy mind registers before I drift away.
You look like horse shit.
Okay. Thanks, Tomoe. Tomoe's brazen drawl snaps down to my dead-eyed stare.
Looks like you've been sleeping in the sewer. It suits you.
Thanks. I don't know what she's talking about. I can't really focus on what she's saying. I realize I've been staring at my computer screen for about 20 minutes, rarely blinking. My mouth is dry as though I've stopped producing saliva altogether. A dull throb in my lap causes me to cross one leg over the other in an attempt to get comfortable.
I'm talking here. It's rude to ignore your superior.
Shut up. I swallow it in an attempt to moisten my parched throat before speaking in a cracked voice.
Do you need something?
Thought you should know that Shinya and I are gonna hit the town on Friday night. Turns out he's fancied me for a while now.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
In
Go
the
for
end, seems like the better gal won, don't you think?
Seems that way. Is that all?
I can tell Tomoe is trying to get under my skin, but I'm honestly not in the mood to deal with it right now.
I thought you'd be more torn up about it.
I don't care in the slightest. Why don't you go sit back at your desk?
Whatever. Hey, maybe I'll meet you after work again.
You better not. Freaking we'll throw hands, okay? You wanna go?
Why? So you can attack me again?
I realized my voice was louder than intended. A few people nearby tilt their heads quizzically. Tomoe takes a cautious step back.
Voice down, psycho. Stuff like that's between me and you.
You assaulted me. I should report you to the police.
Yeah, you wanna get into it, yeah? Okay. You wanna go?
Don't you dare.
Lost her words, Tomoe turns tail and walks away. I sigh and lean back in my office chair. Why do I feel so exhausted? Because you were literally having, like... I think the only way I can describe it is she was, like, either, like, high, or she was having, like, an orgasm, which I feel like we'll probably feel pretty similar. But she was, like, getting way into that, okay? My mind flickers, piecing together fragments of the memory from a bathroom a short while ago. That's right, I let myself get carried away in the exhilaration of my success. I temporarily stepped away from my own body and let my basest instincts take over. Yeah, you were having like some kind of out-of-body experience over there. But I'm in control now. I'm myself again. I'm Noriko, stoic and unflinching. I'm Corpse Girl, successful and feared. I can kill people as easy as I manipulate a photo. People like Tomoe should be scared of me. People like Tomoe shouldn't mess with me. Yeah, this is just so many red flags with a person. I mean, even beyond red flags, like, these are, like, craziness. Climbing the steps to my apartment is always such a chore. I wish I'd moved into a building with an elevator, but I simply couldn't afford to when I first moved out on my own last year. These old apartment buildings creak and groan when you ascend the stairs. On top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people within their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever I ascend the stairs. That's what I hate about old things. Like, they just grow mold and all that really quickly. I want to chalk it up to the fact that the building is so old, but it's possible some of the residents here don't keep their apartments very clean. That's true, too. I mean, it looks clean from the CG. At the very least, the neighborhood is decent, but I feel safe in my own home, even if it's small and cramped. My neighbors are respectful, from what I can tell. Not that I really know them at all. In fact, the only neighbors I have regular contact with are the very same ones I leech Wi-Fi from. Terrible person. It's a middle-aged divorced guy named Kenji who lives on the floor below me and his daughter Momo. Kenji's a decent enough guy who works overnight, which unfortunately means Momo's left home a lot in the evenings. Momo's a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. Occasionally I hear her singing drift up into my apartment, but it doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. Like, is Japan a lot more relaxed about leaving your kid at home? Like, here in America, I don't think you would leave your kid home until they're like 10. I feel like 9 or 10, they would probably be responsible enough. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave you for a little bit, and especially like at night, like you're fine. The very same Kenji and Momo I bump into when I'm climbing the stairs that evening.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, he actually has a sprite. That's one thing I like about this game. Like, they don't introduce characters that don't have sprites. Like, everybody has a sprite. Everybody has a unique look. Like, they seriously put a lot of effort into that, which I appreciate. Like, look, even the little freaking girl has a sprite. I don't know if they're even important to the story, but they're showing them anyways.
Hello.
We're just on our way to get some dinner. Isn't that right, Momo?
Yes.
Why did you say it like that?
Sounds nice. I hope you have a good meal.
Thank you. Say, are you feeling okay? You look like you've been in some trouble.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Nothing going on in my life. Nope, not at all.
There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
Tilt my head and reach a hand to my cheek. Sure enough, dry muck has blended into my makeup and caked over my face. It seems like my eyeliner is smeared as well. Is that from when I fell in the bathroom? Darn it, I looked like this whole day.
Oh, right.
I try to make up some lie so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home, and I guess the seats were kind of dirty.
Is that so?
That's gross.
You should wash your face and do your makeup again. I can help if you like.
I can't help but smile slightly at Momo's generous offer.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
The girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh, actually, I just work at the head office for the bank, so...
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Data something, right?
Yeah, data entry. It's a bit dull, but I'm happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy. When you find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs before I met Momo's mother.
I think a couple of times. It's not like I talk to this guy often, really. We hardly know each other. I don't know, he seems like a nice enough guy. Works hard, you know, trying to provide for his family, and... I've never actually heard him mention Momo's mother before. Most of the things I know about him I'm just pieced together from context. Yeah, I wonder, because she said they were divorced, right? I wonder what happened.
Mom?
Of course, things are different now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security. It means I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
Security. Of course, now I remember. He did mention when we first met what he does for a living. Memory serves he works for a private security company. I assume he guards corporate offices or parking lots, something like that.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it. That's very important.
Liking it is a little questionable.
Thank you. I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up. Weren't you, Momo?
Please do not say be like me.
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Noriko what you want to be.
A scientist.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you should do that.
Wow, a scientist. That's a great job. I'll be rooting for you, Momo.
The girl blushes and hides behind her
She's
dad.
inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me. Anyway, we're gonna get going. Enjoy your evening, Noriko.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye, Momo.
Bye-bye.
The two of them bow their heads and follow the rest of the stairs down. I continue up the next flight of stairs, reach the landing, then turn the corner and enter my own apartment. They seem like a little nice family. It would be better, like, you know, if their mom didn't like dip out on them. I'm guessing that's what happened. She probably had some issues or something. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end it here. I know I'm sorry I don't make these episodes like too crazy long, but what can you say? I'm sure something interesting is going to come up here soon now that she's got a second victim. She's probably going to go to town, like, trying to kill as many people as possible, and she'll probably get a lot of requests. But, gosh, this game, I like this game a lot, and at the same time I don't, because it's just so uncomfortable reading some of that stuff. Like, it's pretty messed up. Like, I'm just glad they don't show nothing. Like, it's not, like, gruesome or by any means. It's just reading about it. You know, it's like you go and pick up, like, a crime book and you hear about things like this, right? Just messed up serial killer stuff. But it is interesting to read. I'll say that for sure. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.